Hey everyone, Core here again, and it's that time of the night again. It's time for midnight reviews, and this time I went to go see Transformers: Age of Extinction, Transformers 4 as well. In case you don't want to say the whole name, but yeah, I went to go see this 9 o'clock showing. That was the earliest they had besides midnight. I like to try to get the earliest ones now because midnight showings people expect that, So there's usually more people harder to get in. Where earlier shows, people don't expect that, so usually you could get a good seat, and I got a good seat. It was definitely one of the bigger theaters, so it really got more immersive. Sorry, I can't speak too much. It's a little late, but yeah. So of course the story. I mean, we've all kind of figured out by now. Story's not going to be the biggest, part in the Transformers universe, and as far as the movies and stuff, because we all want to see things blowing up. We always see monsters and robots and stuff fighting, and that's what we get in this movie again. Because the first one was more story based, of course, because they can't blow all their money on CGI and stuff like that. The second one, it was kind of getting more into that big grand scale fighting at the end, but still they kind of kept it pretty low. It wasn't until the third one where they really go balls out pretty well. Um, it's more pace-wise, the third one better than the fourth one, at least. The fourth one, there is a lot of fighting, which it's kind of a lot, um, but it's really good though. I mean, the fight scenes are really cool. There's definitely a lot more Autobots in this one. At least scenes where it's just Autobots, scenes where it's Autobots and humans, but they seem to focus more on the Autobots and Transformers. Um, they pretty much share like 50-50 screen time, which that's pretty impressive, I would say, that they could put so much money into it now. They have the technology now that at least to make it cheaper, so then they can have more CG, and they kind of have this whole thing, on this conveyor belt now, so they can really pump it out, make everything look nicer, especially the fight scenes are more fluid and realistic, especially when they're interacting with the environment, because that was the problem with the first two, I would say, mostly, is they really had to stretch to make the environment effects with the Transformers, and some of them just didn't look too good. But this one was really good as far as the action scenes, the fight scenes. It has the Dinobots. This time it's only 4 Dinobots, where originally it's 5. They switched out the Brontosaurus and Stegosaurus, which this Brontosaurus is just completely on. I guess it didn't fit the kind of ferocity that they were going for with the new Dinobots. Um, they don't really make a showing until the end, which works. I mean, they get a nice showing, definitely for sure. I mean, it's not like a quick little, steamroll Dinobots are here and that's it. They actually are in there for quite a while. I mean, not as much as you want because it is a long movie. Um, we went to a 9 o'clock showing, didn't get out until close to midnight. So it's about a 2 hour, I think it's like 40 minutes, a 40 something minute movie, not including the trailers. But yeah, it's a long movie, but it doesn't feel too long. There's a lot of pace. There's a good pace to it. There's a lot of good fight scenes. I mean, the acting's better, of course, because they're older. Granted, a couple of new, younger ones, but Mark Wahlberg does a really good job. I actually like him. He does a pretty good father. I mean, a young father, especially that he's portraying here, because his daughter he had when he was graduating high school, so he's fairly young, which that kind of says a lot. Because that seems like that's the norm recently. It's a lot of young teenage parents, and yeah, I mean, yeah, it's nice to get it out of the way, I guess, early, so you're not too old as they grow older, and you can still kick their ass and stuff like that. But um, I really wish people would wait more, because half the time those things will happen. But going off track a little bit, I mean, that's just personal stuff for me. Um, Back to the movie. So, Transformers 4 definitely has the action. That's what they've kind of been known for. I have my poster, of course, from the first one. And of course, I have I don't know if you can see them up there on top. I have a few Transformers Generation 1s and throughout the different generations. I primarily collect Optimus Prime. But yeah, I guess to stop saying it's a really good movie. Definitely action packed. Definitely a summer blockbuster for sure. It feels, it kind of blows the third one out of the waters as far as how much action is in this one. you know, and the locations are really nice too. I mean, they're beautiful, especially when they meet the Dinobots in that little ravine. Um, it's just really nice to look at. Uh, what else? What else? Acting good, just some hilarity. Nothing too racial, you know, like the second one. Nothing too, you know, like no dirty humor really. You know, like the first one where they have Bumblebee, you know, literally taking a leak on one of the guys. Um, who the guy he's taking a leak on is actually back for this one. He kind of drives the whole thing. Um, there's new Transformers that are uh, they're not Dinobots or Autobots because that's the whole thing of, you know, the Universal Transformers, that there's a neutral kind of bounty hunter ones, I guess you could say there are. I have my theories about them, which I don't really want to say too much because that might be spoiling. I would hope you guys will start, you know, connecting the dots a little if you watch this movie. Um, yeah, stop saying so, action's great. Acting is, you know, adequate and good. You know, there's some pretty good ones in there, and there's really good scenes. I mean, there's a lot of scenes that will make you laugh, crack a smile. Um, there you go again. Uh, what else? What else? What else? What else? Action fighting, CG. CG is amazing, of course. Um, you know, they kind of got a. I think they kind of went a little cheater mode with the way that the new Autobots and Transformers, Decepticons in itself transform, where they dematerialize and then, you know, re-transform into their shape already, which kind of feels a little cheating because then there's less moving parts, but then there is kind of a lot of moving parts. Um, it's still cool. I like it. And the Autobots that are in here are pretty fun. There's a samurai one, which he actually has quite a bit of lines. He's a helicopter, which makes so little sense because his blades are swords. There's a dual wielding trench coat wearing Autobot. Of course, there's Bumblebee. There's Optimus Prime, and of course, there's my favorite, the gritty, you know, shoot 'em up guy. Which for some reason his name eludes me at this time. I should have probably looked him up because I'm probably gonna go buy his toy because he's probably gonna be, you know, if I ever dress up as a Transformer, I'm gonna be him because he's the only fluffy Transformer so far. And I'm fluffy. So movie's great. Definitely go see it. It's probably gonna make a butt ton of money because kids are gonna love it. There's a lot of action. There's something for everyone. You know, like the soul father-daughter story. You know, the parents will like that a little bit more than like the previous ones where it's like kind of teenagers and stuff. The it is a long movie, so brace yourself. You know, pace your snacks and everything so you could drink and eat promptly. Uh, Besides that, so definitely, I recommend it. Granted, I do like Micheal Bay, and I do love Transformers. So it works for me so much. I don't know why people complain about them, but next movie I will be seeing will be in 2 weeks again, just like my last review. It's going to be Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, which I'm really looking forward to every time I see the trailers. And then after that, it's probably going to be another 2 weeks until I see another movie. I am debating a little bit because Hercules, Lucy, and the Fluffy movie come out that same day, and so far I'm leaning towards Hercules, just because Lucy looks good, but I feel like we've seen it before, you know. And of course, the Fluffy movie is gonna be a comedy, which I love Gabriel Iglesias' comedy, so I'm gonna see it. I just probably might not see the midnight showing. And then August is gonna be very busy, pretty much after the Hercules movie. There's 4 movies in a row, so August you'll be seeing weekly videos from me. Definitely, for sure, because there's a movie every week that I'm going to see midnight showing on. So this one though did go a little longer, and I gotta learn to stop saying so much. In case you didn't see, I do have a Cybertron T-shirt. Cybertron University, we prime robots for the future. And until next time, guys, later.